Cloudflare builds their own Next.js clone, Anthropic gets robbed, and Chrome gets hacked in the least predictable way. All of that on today's episode of The Callback. Cloudflare just rebuilt Next.js with AI in 1 week. They're calling it vNext. It's a drop-in replacement that runs on Vite instead of TurboPack. And according to their benchmarks, it's 4.4 times faster with bundles that are 57% smaller. The whole thing was done by one engineer and only cost $1,100 in AI tokens. That's how much I've spent on all the domain names I'm never going to use, and they used it to rebuild one of the web's most popular frameworks. Now, the phrase drop-in replacement is doing some heavy lifting here. I mean, that's like saying that oat milk is a drop-in replacement for milk. Yeah, it works great in coffee, but if you put that in mac and cheese, you're committing a crime.
They put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing.
But why did Cloudflare do this? Well, it's because Next.js doesn't deploy well outside of Vercel's ecosystem. Everyone else has to reverse engineer the API to make sure it works well, and that's a pain. So Cloudflare looked at that situation and said, fine, we'll just rebuild your framework.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go build my own
Framework.
with
AI.
and
Vite. But my God, what is this future? Is everyone just gonna have their own vibe-coded framework? If you don't want to wait for GTA 6, are you just gonna be able to prompt your own version? I mean, the violence and the crimes you couldn't build with Claude, but you can use ChatGPT to do pretty much anything these days. Anthropic has been robbed, or at least that's how they view 3 Chinese labs training their own models on Claude. The labs, DeepSeek, Moonshot AI, and Minimax, allegedly set up 24,000 accounts to have 16 million conversations with Claude. Fellas, if you're texting someone 16 million times, you are coming on a little too strong. Fall back, relax, play hard to get, all right? Their attack used distillation, which is how AI companies will create smaller models from larger ones for efficiency. But it's not like these other labs are just copying the stuff that Claude knows. The Chinese labs asked Claude to continuously explain its reasoning so that their models could learn how to think like Claude. It's like they say, you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but you teach a man to fish. Now he's stolen your entire fishing technique and he's your international competitor.
Right to jail, right away.
The irony is that Claude and all these other LLMs are trained on stolen content in the first place. So honestly, it's a lot like...
Let me explain.
There's nothing to explain. You're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen.
Perhaps an arrangement can be reached?
So Chrome's first actively exploited 0 day of 2026 has dropped. And here's the weird thing. They didn't hack JavaScript. They didn't hack some random extension. They hacked the fonts. They hacked the CSS. So you know things are bad when you can't even trust your style sheets anymore. It's actually a memory corruption vulnerability in how Chrome renders fonts, specifically the font feature values property. I mean, we finally get some great typography features and these jerks only want to use it for evil. It's probably like a hacker personality test. You got some fun, zany ones using Comic Sans to steal your info, and then you got more lazy, unoriginal ones defaulting to Inter as the font, and you got some real sickos using wingdings. So here's how the attack works. First, you visit a web page,
and it's gone.
That's it. You don't download anything, you don't click virus please or anything, it's just done. You load the page, the malicious font features values code loads, and congratulations, you've got someone's ransomware code on your machine now.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
It's called a 0 day because it was exploited before a patch existed, giving Google 0 days to defend against it. The only way to be safe is to use a non-Chrome browser, so yeah, I'll take my chances. And it affects all Chrome-based browsers, so you people running Edge, Brave, and Arc can't gloat in the comments. But to be protected, all you have to do is click the update button in your browser, which I'll probably do tomorrow. But what I'll do today is build a fast, on-brand website with Prismic, our sponsor. Terry, I just got off the phone with a client. They don't need one page, they need dozens of pages. And you only gave them one page type? Relax, boss, I use Prismic, it's a Prismic page. But they need a home page, a features page, landing pages for every campaign. It's a Prismic page. One page type handles all of that. How? I built a set of page sections as slices. Hero sections, feature grids, testimonials, CTAs. The content team mixes and matches them to create whatever page they need. Okay, but these pages need to be on brand. We can't have marketing going rogue and putting things wherever they want. They can only use the slices I built. Everything stays on brand. That's the whole point. Well, What about case studies? They need case studies. Prismic page. What if they want to launch a micro page in 3 languages by next quarter? Prismic page. What if the client calls at 2 a.m. and wants to rearrange every section of the about page? They can do that themselves in the page builder. They won't need to call. What if the client gets hungry? That's not really a Prismic thing, boss. What if the client goes to the moon, Terry? I mean, as long as they have Wi-Fi. What if I need a web page? It's a Prismic page, boss. It's a Prismic page. Get started with Prismic today by clicking the link in the description. Anthropic dropped Claude Sonnet 4.6 and they've basically managed to cram their big model's brain into a mid-tier model. Yet it performs basically as well as Opus 4.5 does, which doesn't make a lot of sense. That's like this year's Honda Civic keeping up with last year's Ferrari. The big headline is computer use, which means Claude can now control a mouse and keyboard to navigate real software. So Claude can finally experience the joy of clicking through nested menus to not find the setting you're looking for, or watch loading bars and spinners all day, or accidentally close the tab that you were not trying to close. The full human experience. That's it for this week. My name is Alex Trost. This has been the Callback. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and come back next week for when hackers exploit CSS color names. I mean, you think you're safe using brick red and cornflower blue, but think again. Fine, we'll rebuild our own framework with AI and Vite framework. AI Vite.